The give to the tailback. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
The offense changing the play. Tight end now in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like a slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Knowles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Direct snap. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Wants to throw on third down. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Peters. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The Seminoles are on the move. Quarterback may change this route. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll get rid of it. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
The Seminoles will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Motion from the wideout. Got it behind the line. It's Peters. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. He's going for the goal line. And he's down after making the catch, but did not reach the line to gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to the end zone on third and goal. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And how about that play by the defense here early in this game opening drive, facing one of the best quarterbacks in all of college football, and they're able to get an interception. That is going to be massive for their confidence in this game.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Makes the grab. It's carry on.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target to the left. Nice pick up there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Turning it on. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Can't get him to the ground. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking downfield, it's Gardner. He's got it on the move. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll play it safe and try for three. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. From inside the 15, here's the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You could underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
To the ground with the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Quarterback making adjustments. Takes it from the gun on third down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Got some room to run. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Lewis to throw. Can't make the connection. The pressure there calls the missed timing.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make them feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
That's caught. It's fine.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the Dome. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Thomas. Tight coverage there, did not stop him from making the grab. It's 1st and goal from the 8.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Might be calling a hot route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Makes the grab. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Showing the arm strength down the left side. He's got it for a big play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here comes the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. This is now a 7-point game.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Lewis wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. Handoff to the single back. There he goes. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground. And you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
The Sooners with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in 1st down. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice 3rd down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it 3rd and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
The This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Into the creative space on 3rd and short with the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And when these plays work, everybody goes nuts, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. But the 3rd down call, they use some misdirection, they go with the reverse. The defense, so disciplined, sound, run to the football, and get the big 3rd down stop.
He makes a grab, and he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. The Sooners trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to pass their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Sooners!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback keeper. Got a little space. Breaks into the open. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Bills! He got it loose, and it was lights out after that.
That was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the second half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Lewis to throw. Bringing the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Second down coming up. Trying to beat him to the left. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. That's reeled in. It's Williams. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And you don't see that often when you're running a screen and you're featuring your running back and setting it up, but you go elsewhere. It's a nice job by the offense, nice job by the quarterback in particular, seeing the defense, saying, I can make a play somewhere else, and he goes and does it.
Punt is on its way. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's meters. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Nice job by this guy finding the slot guy on a drag.
Yeah, the receiver just working his way across the field, giving his quarterback a nice, easy target. That's an easy completion.
And now on second down for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the single back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. And the Noles come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Off play action. Buys a little extra time. Complete to the right. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Using the quick game. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. And the Seminoles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Unloads quickly. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun on third down. Throws to the wideout. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. Fourth and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
The Noles will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll give it to the back. They shut it down quickly, but he gets two out to the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Send the tight end in motion. Lewis wants to pass. Under fire. Finds the tight end. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. And with all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Thomas. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dome. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. He's going for the big play. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years, but a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy's no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
Skips away from pressure. The throw. That's caught. It's Bond. Pulled down for the tackle.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their route integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket, forcing him to step up into the team.
Oh, he's got some space. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The Seminoles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short.
Music now! Music now! Okay, break! Military!
They'll try to get the first through the air. Swings it out to his running back. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Motion from the wideout. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he can't hang on. Almost had the interception, and this guy makes so many big plays, but couldn't come up with that one. It'll be fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Lewis wants to pass. It's complete. He'll step out of bounds right at the 27.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Catch in the middle. It's carry on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
Give to the running back. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown Sooners. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Oklahoma! What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Really got to be impressed with the defense here late in the game, still firing off the ball and still making plays. What a great job, not just picking it off, but taking it all the way back to the house. That pads their lead, and that should do it. You think that should do it now to get the win.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. They're up by 7 over Georgia State. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the returner goes down. Guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. They're going to run it. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the Noles line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And I just need a crease. I need you offensive linemen just like right here. Great job holding the point of attack. Don't let any penetration come in. Give me a little sliver, and then you see the running back, Palmer. He'll do the rest, lower his shoulder, and make sure he gets the first down.
Yeah, it means...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the catch down the right side. They got him free for a big gain or to the 43.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And this game's starting to tick away for this offense, and they're getting in desperation mode. They've got to be able to find a way to make plays in the pocket. It's not going to be the scrambles out wide. You need passing plays deep down the field. They've got to find some way to attack this secondary.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. Scrambling away. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He uncorks a bullet to the right. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass. And the Seminoles in the hurry-up. How in the world could they let that happen, and how in the world did they pull it off? That was 4th and a mile, and they got it.
I mean, what a clutch play by this offense. Listen, understanding, a small throw is not going to get it done. A deep ball down the field, give yourself a chance to make a play, and by gosh, they do it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver comes in motion. He might want another play. Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Peters. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Quickly complete. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Seminoles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. Unleashes to the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side. They've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.